All right, so we back up, but I'm gonna, start all back over. Right, we're gonna open up by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to all feel like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity. And shalom to the very, very few sincere sisters that's taking heed in these last days as well. Right, so you all say shalom.
Shalom.
Right, so what we're going into is pretty much, gonna flow through the spirit, but I'm also going to the head title of what the elder apostle Tahar has deemed, this this year. The hopeful year of our salvation and the downfall of Esau Edom. Right, so we know with the downfall of Esau Edom, right, we know a lot of major events are going to start happening. And one thing is, matter of fact, let me grab that first on my phone. A key word I want to go into was setting the tone. Because this year has really, it's only what, the third day?
Yep,
The third day. So it's the third day, and what? Hey, things are already started up pretty hot.
The third day of a so-called New Year.
Yeah, so-called, yeah. Let me grab that right there. Right, setting the tone meaning, right? It says setting the tone means to establish a particular mood, character, or feeling for something, right? And we know the time period that we're in, right?
I was just finna say that shit. Yeah, you can bring it out.
This everything is geared towards really the MOTB, but it steps to it, so everything's geared to it, man. But we know, Esau's at that point where he's trying to put people inside of a particular way to go towards that corrupt.
Right, got to come up with that gradualism.
Right,
and also he got to get order out of chaos.
Hey, the water. Right, because with that being said, he has to what? Start the race wars.
Yep.
Let me grab that right quick.
With the sedition, sedition among man. He also got to crank that up because just with the average people, like just being out here, doing what they doing, they ain't doing enough for Esau to be able to come with the hammer. So other than that, he got to come up, create something himself, so he can maybe put that in perspective to move forward with his events, his acts.
Hey, that's just like how it was with the movie The Purge. Right? How the movie The Purge. Hey,
they were killing enough.
Like these folks took the $5,000. They want to go have a party in the neighborhood.
Fuck that shit.
So it's like it wasn't enough.
They start sending them troops.
They start sending them troops, and what we know that was happening for the last couple of years. Hey, our gates been open, right? They've been having these these migrants been coming over to America, undocumented.
Yeah.
Right. Undocumented, and it's been for years they was doing that, man. Good 4 years, right? It's millions of super cells ready to get activated, man.
Yeah.
That's just like how the Purge was, man.
Yeah.
Super cells they came over, they did their job. Right? But like I said, everything, all this right is geared towards what? The time of Jacob's trouble, really. And our downfall. I mean, it's like Esau's downfall and our salvation. Right? This Revelation 12 and 12, it said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he have but a short time, right? And we also know that this right here gonna be geared, right? This right is gonna branch off from the T-word attack, right? With the Ishmael.
Yeah. Talking about with
the man that drove through the crowd.
Yeah, he looked.
I think he Elamite.
He looked like I just seen a picture, nigga look like a Jake, but I don't know.
I don't think it's no Jake.
But nah, I ain't really seen no picture.
He go to Palestinians.
Palestine, okay. Cause I ain't really seen no picture. I just know he was like, I don't know, that probably.
Nah, we see the picture, you'll know he from over there.
Cause I just been hearing about it and reading about it, but I ain't seen no actual face of who they with it.
But it's just the point that they're gonna steer right from him, and they're gonna put it on the Israelites real soon, man. They're gonna be like, if you know a person that's speaking about hate or those types of things. Like even though we don't teach hate, you know,
coming up against America,
coming up against the plans, right? They gonna make sure that you want to pretty much rat us out.
Yeah.
That's the time that we're coming into. But it says, for the devils come down to you having great wrath. Right? He got these plagues, these diseases getting real ugly.
Yep.
You know, hey, we got the heart thing. That big storm that's coming from Canada on down. That start Monday, and it feel like it's starting right now.
Work over here like the wind blowing like hell.
Winds blowing, cars moving like hell, poles moving. But let me go back to that set the tone.
Alright. Hey, what to say? He coming down with that great rap because he know that he had but a short time left. So Edom know he don't have too much longer to be ringing on the earth before Yahweh Shah come back. So the only thing he can do is gonna crank up his wicked attack. That's what he know to do.
And what we also know that he has to get ready for his 2030 agenda. So we know that this year gonna be that year that where he make a big push towards it, man. Right? And while he's eating, right, how the scriptures tell you, the Lord gonna crash the party.
Yep.
I couldn't even spell it right. I said seeing the tone. Right, so setting the tone is to what? To establish a particular mood, feeling, or attitude at the beginning of something. It says essentially indicating what kind of atmosphere or character is expected to follow. Right? Because we already know, hey, Esau wants to put the people right at his knees, man. Right? Pretty much he want to be the hero. Right? Because I'm gonna grab the article, but pretty much how the article was saying was how they about to have more copy attacks on what just happened on the first, right? With the man going through the crowd. Right, and I also want to state that it says to establish a particular mood or character for something, right? And it's also just showing you the fact that what season we in, right? Going to the book of Ecclesiastes 3, in chapter verse 1, right? So it says to every it's a season to everything. In verse 8 it really states the point where it's the time of war, right? And that's what Esau's putting everybody's spirit in. Right, and now you walk around, you look at the next person as if, he liable to do something.
Right.
And it's really having people to not really, be around that many people no more. Like Super Bowl. That a lot of folks not gonna be going to that because why? This incident that happened Monday, was it Monday? No, Wednesday. Wednesday, it shocked a lot of people.
Bringing out them scare tactics.
And what it says, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? But we know these things are coming down the pipeline. I got it. It's cool. I mean,
no, you can't. You got. He said it's gonna be right there. It's gonna be like right here. Because I got if I let it go, I know it's gonna flow. You good, huh? All right. All right, man. Like we say, Esau Edom got to come up with plots and plans in order to get order out of chaos, to get things moving his way, of his going. Right, like you say with the cyber truck attack. When you go back to both of the events that happened, you had that same white truck, that was on the scene in New Orleans. That same truck go watch the video, was in front of the Trump, the little Trump tower in Vegas, right? And it was parked in front of the Cybertruck. So, but really, with all these things be going on, it don't really be nothing but an inside job of Esau Edom. It's I'm gonna get a rock real quick. Chapter 10. Sirach, chapter 10 and 11. The number verse like him.
Oh, 12 and 10.
12 and 10, damn. I got it right first time.
This the book of Sirach, 12 and 10. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 10, it says, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, never trust thy enemy, as iron rust show with his wickedness. So you can't be putting your trust, like we tell people all the time. You don't want to put your trust in Esau Edom in America, man. Because the only thing this devil gonna do, he set up plots and plans and schemes, and then at the end of the day, he gonna show the true color gonna show that he behind everything. Like I just said, like with the Cybertruck, and with the New Orleans thing, man, you seen both that white truck was on both scenes. And they were saying when you read the little article I had, for some reason shit jumped off my phone, I can't even find no more. But it was saying like both of the guys had something in common. They were both in the military, in the army, you know, things like that. But they just show you all this be orchestrated, man. Esau Edom be putting all these things together. You know, like you say, scary tactic. That's just like with the whole 9/11. Come on, man. How the hell somebody hijacked the plane and y'all ain't got fire jets in the sky to try to see what the hell going on, shoot it down before it hit the Twin Tower? If it were heading down, you know they got these jets. You know they got military bases, shit in every state and country, so they can get now one of them fire jets. They goddamn come see what's going on and stop it before it hit. No, because it was set up. Like that whole 9/11 thing was set up. And like we say with the terrorism part, like with the apostles El Tahar them, what they did to them, they got locked up for it. Like how the hell they get locked up and they just teaching? They ain't the one took the damn plane.
Right.
But they just show you at the end of the day, when these things go on, man, they gonna throw the Israelite in the midst of it. Right? The true prophet. Well, the Israelite just who be out here on the corner as a whole. Even the false one. And a lot of them gonna cause the minister to be blamed because they towing guns. They gonna be like, yeah, these niggas the real terrorists. It don't take nothing but a shooting to pop out somewhere and these niggas up. And you got these niggas with the guns.
Like Sakari.
Who called it, right? The guns, like Sakari them. It don't take nothing but them niggas, some shit to go down in the city, and them niggas on the scene, and they got guns and shit gonna broke out. Them niggas gonna call the minister to be blamed, man. They gonna hit up, they gonna try to say we terrorists.
Hey man, that's why, you know, we always push, you know, for brothers and sisters to sharpen themselves up in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? For these times, all right? Because we know the times of persecution is gonna come down the pipeline. We know that these people are gonna be we know that we're gonna be on that most wanted list.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why you got the scriptures like Revelation 2 and 10 about, you know, going into concentration camps and stuff like that. Don't even lose the faith. This is a part of the walk.
Matter of fact.
Grab it.
Yeah, we grab
This Revelation 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, and that's the point. The devil gonna cast some of you to prison. That in that prison, they're talking about them the FEMA camps, right? Cause they ain't gonna throw you no regular prison. You gonna be tried until death. No, you got a nigga locked up right now, ain't it? You feel me? To the point, yeah, they locked up. You got folks probably get life and they riding and dying now, but no, this right here is talking about be faithful unto death because, hey, they gonna be in there they gonna be in there torturing you, try to come up with ways for you to feed it to the MOTV, you know, renounce your faith, what you believe in. Is you one of them man who's out there teaching, saying all that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, you one of them? You see if you gonna stand on it. Right? But like the scripture say, be faithful unto the death, man, because like we say, at the end of the day, you can't trust it. If you trust in these folk now, man, at the end, hey, when some of you average Israelites, when you end up in these concentration camp, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna be faithful to them. You gonna sell out. But then again, they might just still put you to death anyway, just because you even know about it and ain't never put tapped into it.
Yeah, when you think about it, we're not a part of their new world order.
Right, con.
So yeah, most definitely they getting exterminated.
Right, they want to. I definitely say they want to extinct you anyway out the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he trying to make sure the elect bow down.
Right, that's it.
That's what he wants. He already know if all of them bow down, hey, pretty much I get the adoption.
I can make them go back on their word.
Yeah.
You got it.
I want to hit this back in Jeremiah.
Yeah, you got
28. Just bringing out the point that the servant, the prophet, hey, we spoke about these from the beginning, you know. And hey, guess what? Now we're starting to see who the true men of the Lord are, right? And who's really telling the truth, right? The Christian church, right? The Christian church, or the Israelites, the servant, the prophet that's out here, man, right? It says Jeremiah 28, and I start at verse 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in all the ears of the people. Right? It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right? Oh, kind. So just the point, he said, and the prophet, they spoke of war, of evil, and of pestilence. What we see at our doorsteps, man, we see all of them. Destruction, death, the plagues. You know, matter of fact, I had this other translation as well.
You got it.
Because verse 9, I want to hear that too. It says, the prophet which prophesy of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. Right? So now, hey, people are about to really understand that, hey, the Lord has truly sent us, right? So starting with our head apostles, a great millstone, man. Right? Because when we go to Ezekiel 33 and 33, it says, when these things shall come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. You know, so we tell you about the race wars, the class wars. You know, we tell you about the love of many waxing cold. You know, we tell you about the Karagma. You know, we telling you pretty much Esau, what it says, the word shall go to the gates of the noble. You know, we letting them know what's going on. And I had that inside the Good News translation. Yeah, my hand cold.
Yours.
Major event right for
Nah, I was just agreeing with you. That's it.
Yeah, we went for a good event, right? To pop, you know, 'cause right now the pipe is full. You know, we just need a couple more pressure points, and then shit gonna burst, man. Right into Jacob's trouble. It's Jeremiah 28, verse 7 in the Good News translation. It says, "But listen to what I say to you and to the people." Right, because we also speaking about, like we said, hey, the hope for your salvation and also the downfall of Esau Edom, right? And servant the prophet, we're speaking about that. It says, verse 8, the prophets who spoke long ago, before my time and yours, predicted that war, starvation, and disease will come to many nations and powerful kingdoms. And who's that most powerful kingdom today? Right, Babylon the Great. right? Hey, how you had with Gates, right? He said that with this next scam, right? With this next scam, right? We'll be able to pretty much fulfill our quota. And then what's that Georgia Guidestone quota is what to have to populate 500 million.
Yep.
They got a quota they're trying to get to, right? Hey, but it was prophesied that this right here is going to happen. What are we seeing it right now? We seen the whole little situation with the fog. Now hella folks getting sick.
New pestilence on the rise.
It's like four. Like one was like Corona, something like that.
I know some are like X. You got some called some X. I did but I posted a video on my channel about it. Then they were saying like if that worse than the CV.
Yeah, 2020.
Like shit. Like, but yeah, man, how about some outside? Hey, got things shaking up. It just show you the Lord visiting the earth, man.
Yes,
whether
sir.
these people believe it or not.
Gotta grab that. I'm gonna grab it after this.
Right.
It's this verse 9, Jeremiah 28, verse 9. But a prophet who predicts peace can only be recognized as a prophet whom the Lord has truly sent when that prophet's predictions come true. Woo! Right? And that's beautiful because hey, you your Christian church, they just the prosper type of doctrine. And we actually telling you about the wars that's coming. We're telling you about the MOTB, right? We're telling you about the like I said, the downfall of this society, right? WW3, right? So it said the prophet that's predicting peace, right? If peace comes, then that's a true prophet, right? But if it doesn't come, that's a false prophet, right? And pretty much all of these false prophets are getting sown out right now. They're not telling about the Quran. Hey, hell, even kept within Israel.
Right. Hey, cause the time we heading into ain't no peace. Matter of fact, what that is,
Ezekiel 7.
Yup, 7. Cause ain't no peace coming at all. Cause your house shot got to come back. When your house shot come back, ain't nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing. He don't want nothing to be peaceful. He came to where he gonna kindle that fire on the earth.
Well, he said, I came to take crowns.
Right.
So if you come to take crowns, it ain't no peace going on.
Ain't no peace coming. Everything got to get way out of hand.
Hey,
before your house shall come back.
Hey, matter of fact, what he say in the book of 1 Thessalonians, right? He said, hey, for the times and the seasons, brother, you should already know that the Lord shall come like a thief in the night. So if you come like a thief in the night, you're not coming, on no peace tip. This Ezekiel 7. It's Ezekiel 7, verse 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
See, it ain't gonna be none. As you can see how the thing moving in the earth today, you can tell ain't no peace coming. Cause that's why, cause Yahweh Bashem Yahushua visiting the earth. That's why it's like we say, it's not gonna be no peace, man. It's not gonna be no, okay, everything gonna get back. It ain't gonna be no everything gonna get back good, man. The most today go by, the worse of this shit gonna get. Matter of fact, this second Ed, chapter 6, 18, get straight to the point. It said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. So right, the Lord is visiting these people upon the earth with judgment. Judgment springing out, man. Every time you look on your news break, hey, shit, nigga dead, 5 dead, 6 dead, 10 dead. Everybody that little boy, I just seen like a 5-year-old, what it said, 5-year-old and 9-year-old, shot dead. Like the Lord visiting, they play, man, judgment. And he ain't sparing nobody. So imagine when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua let that left hand side just fully crank up with the Esau Edom. Shit, man, they gonna be on a whole nother level. We keep telling these people.
Hey, like it's this in the book of Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So that Greek word for waxing cold goes into the word psycho. And that's the state of mind that people are in. Right? They show that they don't have no love, man. Right? You got, like you said, 5-year-old, 11-year-old getting taken out the way. down, Salaki. Let me go back to it. I'm gonna go back to different. This right here, the book, Salaki. This right here is an article from the Zero Hedge, right? And it says the former CIA officer warns 1,000 Al Qaeda fighters in U.S. for next homeland attack. Right, already so it goes. So it goes to show you that, hey, we know what's coming down the pipeline next. We know these events finna keep coming, man. Right, these Black Swan events that we're talking about. Matter of fact, let's grab that Black Swan event. Right, so a Black Swan event means a rare, unpredictable event with severe consequences that are difficult to explain until after the fact. Right? It's like, right? It says the term comes from the idea that all swans are white until black swans were discovered in Australia. Right? But it's just the point that, hey, we know a time is coming where it's gonna be an out the blue situation. Right? Like that is like with this Wednesday. That was an out the blue situation, man. But it's for a reason. Right? Because we know things are trying to be geared towards what the MOTB. And heavy persecution, right? That's a part of Jacob's trouble as well. Right? But former CIA officer warns 1,000 Al Qaeda fighters in the U.S. for next homeland attack. So we already know it's going to happen again. As a matter of fact, a lady had did a video on it. She was just saying pretty much it's more of those types of men out here, right? Because she was saying she was like, do you think he asked her, do you think it's more? Do you think it's just 1,000? She said it's more than 1,000. But that's what they put on. That's what they put on paper. It's just 1,000, which we already know, right? When we was watching those videos with the migrants crossing over, man, they over there ready. They locked and loaded. It's a part of the agenda, man. It says in recent discussion of the Sean Ryan show, former CIA targeting officer Sarah Adams warned of a potentially devastating attack planned by Al Qaeda terrorists on American soil. So we know what's bound to it's finna hit. Hey, shit finna hit the fan real soon. Man. That's why I say, hey, the prophets that have been before me of old prophesied both against many countries of war, evil, and pestilence, man. Pestilence.
Right.
I'm gonna go down some more. It says, Ryan asks Adams, I just want to clarify, you are 100% certain that there are 1,000 plus Al Qaeda trained fighters within U.S. borders, right? She said, well, Al Qaeda says they trained and deployed 1,000 for this attack. First off, I think there are more than 1,000 Al Qaeda members in the United States, but for the homeland attack, that number is based on what Al Qaeda is saying, so they could exaggerate it. However, they did have about 1,400 in the Hamas attack, so the number is not off from what they did in the first round of attacks. So it goes to show you that, hey, we know that these sleeper cells are ready.
Yeah,
these sleeper cells are ready to get down with the get down, man. Right? They, the elites been funding them, having them to, shelter, all of that. Hey, now it's time to go to work. I got you got something?
Yeah. Because I got something. This second age of 16. I'm gonna real quick. Now, and dang, what you had said in that part when you read that article about the confusion.
Huh?
Now you had said something about the confusion when you were reading the article. But
what you said, to exaggerate?
Yeah, about confusion. I thought you were reading the part that said something about confusion. That the people gonna be in confusion.
Nah, they were trying to exaggerate. It said,
okay.
It said homeland attack. That number is based on what Al Qaeda is saying, so they could exaggerate it. However, they did have about 1,400 in the Hamas attack.
Nah, I thought it was like way before you got there. But don't worry about it.
Oh, kind nah.
Nah, you good. But hey, this second Esdras, 16, and with the verse 17, right? Cause like we say, we in them time, man, great sorrows and mourning things coming. Um, they say, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It's the prophet Edges, right? So they show you that Edges back here today on the earth, reincarnation. They say the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the poverty to stand in fear, the beginnings of evil. What shall I do when the evil shall come? And right in this Edges, man. So you don't see that but great sorrows going on right now. Mourning. The Lord putting it, and the Lord got that death spirit out here. And it hit it kind of heavy. You know. But it say the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Right? And that's just like what you had them little attack, in New Orleans went on. You had a great mourning going on. Right? People weeping for the loss of their family members. But like we say, man, this ain't nothing. The Lord barely even scratching the surface with this thing. They gonna be to the point, like we say, body's gonna be in the street. Yep. You ain't gonna you're not body's not gonna be buried, man. You're gonna be walking over bodies like how you see like the scripture say their body should be like as dawn cast in the street, brother paraphrase. You're just gonna be see bodies laying out, you're gonna be stepping over like you see how you see dude on the
right. It's gonna be a normal thing to see. Yep. But dead body it's gonna be normal.
How they showing the horror movies, like them Walking Dead movies. Some of you don't 8 niggas and niggas all stretched out on the ground and ain't nobody bury them. Everybody just scattered. But it say the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. And we ain't even got that far yet. And the Lord still cracking things up.
We just started. We, like I said, we ended up 3 days in.
That's it.
We 3 days in, and he said, "Hey, great death, great mourning."
Right.
Right.
That shit gonna be on a whole nother level, man. It say the beginning of wars and the powers to stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? So the evil what the Lord showing you right now, it ain't gonna compare to the actual evil when the Lord actually got his hand just through the earth, man, on a major scale. Especially like we say when he let Esau eat and go that left hand side. Oh man, what it say? He just told the devil to come down and have a great rap. Because he got a short time left. He gonna come with the helm on you.
You gotta think about it. He's defending his rulership.
Right.
So he's trying to come with it all. All hands gonna be on deck. Right. And he said, what shall they do when these evils come? Hey, the spirit of us hopefully elect men and women, right? Hey, we praying. We coming to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we trying to stay rooted as possible. Because we know it's coming. You repeat that one more time. You still got it?
Yeah, I still got it. It say the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers to stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Like I said, just elaborate on the point again. We're gonna be staying firm in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, we understand. We got the faith. We're keeping the faith. He said in the book of 2 Corinthians 16 and 75. Matter of fact, I'm already on it. It says 74, 2 Corinthians 16 verse 74. Hear, all ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Right? So that's the answer to Edge's question. What should I do when these evils come? Right? It don't be trouble, man, right? We know we gotta go through the right time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30 and 7. Right? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But it says, but he shall be saved out of us. Right? So we're gonna be in the midst of it. But the thing is, look at how they had the protection around us, man. Right? So we don't gotta worry about those things, but we know we have to go through it just to get to that, just to get to the kingdom. It says, verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua is your God. And so the Lord is pretty much, he calm measures down with that, man. He gonna guide us inside that day. Right? We got these sleeping cells roaming around doing whatever. Esau running around doing whatever. These 2/3, the Lord will keep us comforted. Down. That shit like coming back.
See, through me. God. Yeah, Lamar. It said, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin as scourges for amendment. So these things are punishment for correction, man. Basically to the Israelites. So when these things go on through the earth, what you see, how the Lord got, Esau eat them, with his devices. Hey, these things is for you basically. Hey, shit, wake up, pay attention. The Lord got the prophets out there, the prophecy moving. They going forth. Hey, everything. We at the end of the road, man. We at the end of the door. You got the MOTV right here, WW3 on the line. Things going on throughout the earth. This ain't nothing but the Lord, hey, trying to correct you Israelites to wake up.
Hey, in the book of Romans 13 and 11, damn.
You got to pay attention to the signs. Cause that,
I was gonna just go back on what the brother was saying. Hey, we go to Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for your salvation is near. You know? So, hey, you got, like you were saying, you know, the prophet, hey, we out here, we signing, crying, warning, giving out that counsel. Because you're going to need all of it inside the time when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
You know, he said put on the whole armor. You know? I got something real quick just to go off of that. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Right? Because that's that spirit of what? Rest.
Yeah.
You know, thinking that, whatever you got right now, you good what you got. No, you need the kingdom, man. We need the kingdom.
You trying to get comfortable in oppression in the time of destruction.
No, the whole time, and Lord finna come destroy this place, he's trying to get comfortable with it, man. Right? He tell you that in the book of Isaiah chapter 30. You know? He said, you know, pretty much, woe to them that's joined on with him. Something rough paraphrasing. Isaiah 30, 31. Jesus shall be your confusion.
Oh, yeah.
Rough paraphrasing. It says, verse 2. Follow not thine own mind in thy strength. Right? Because we know scripture says, supposed to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shema with all thy heart and all thy soul. Right? Also in the book of Proverbs 14, I think 12. Ecclesiastes 2, verse 3. It says, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride, which he will do. Right? Verse 61, 71. Verse 4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? Right? You boasting, pretty much saying that the Lord ain't got you yet. You know, the Lord ain't, I'm doing all this, that, and the third, and the Lord ain't did nothing to me. Right? It says, for the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Right? Just because you think you're getting away with it, he ain't gonna forget about it. It's just hey, he long suffering. He really want you to turn around.
Right. God damn say, Lord got that mercy for you, right?
You know, really want you to repent, man. They go goddamn all stuff. It said, for he will in no wise let thee go concerning propitiation, be without fear to add sin unto sin. Read that back. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. Verse 6. And say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For suddenly, it says, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. We know that's right for the 2:30 saying,
that motherfucker, boy.
So, Khan, you know, like I said, it said it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put on off from day to day. For suddenly, right, shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. And that is like the people that was down in Mardi Gras, on Bourbon Street that night. You know, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. Hey, that's what happened to them, right? You know, that's what Lord saying. That's why it's time to get right. Because, hey, these type of attacks will be thing in the earth.
Party going on where they were doing in New Orleans, right? But that's what you can see. The people, they still in the time of trying to celebrate and party and have fun, and not measuring the time we in, man. But like I say, with the Bible, this the measuring tool. Measuring the earth, the times and the season with the Bible, what's going on, to let you know how close we is for the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's Matthew's 24. Damn, if I can get it, boy. You know what I'm saying? Wind is blowing crazy. Alright, keep it going right here. And it reads. Hold it. Man, go ahead. Alright, Matthew chapter 24, in verse 36. And it say, but of that day and hour know no man, know not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So as the days of Noah were, everybody was in the time of Noah prophesied, hey, telling them about the flood. That's just like the Lord Yahweh Shai got us prophesying right now through the Spirit. Hey, letting you know that, hey, they flooded Esau, either finna rain down. And the Lord finna do what? He gonna flood the earth with judgment upon the people. And he doing it now. Like we say, he just scratching it. He barely scratching the surface with it. Because like we say, when the Lord actually crank it up, like we say, bodies not gonna be buried, man. They gonna be in the street.
Right. Man, I got some. Con.
Yeah, you got it.
This 2 Kings 16, verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So you know these things gonna what? They're gonna continuously to progress.
Yep.
Right? It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, and when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So we already know how things are supposed to go. Well, it's going to keep getting worse and worse. What's the beauty of it? Hey, once it's done, once the baby's delivered, that's gonna be the beauty. That'd be the beauty of it for us, you know.
Right.
Oh, when we get on that cable, all that journey.
Yep, I was saying this time with Yahweh Shai coming.
Yeah,
you know, like you say, she gonna get worse and worse and worse. And when they get to the point, like, all right, it's time to be delivered. Hey, that baby, that pain on that woman, it goes away. Right? Once that baby being pushed out, she like, oh, yes, it's over. That relief. Yep. Right. That's how it gonna be for the elect man of Israel.
Yup.
You know.
Let me It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn.
That's right.
And sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Hey, they go back to Amos 5. He say what he said he gonna come upon every side. Matter of fact, I grab that real quick.
If I could add this also,
you know
what I'm saying, Esau is going to use this opportunity to bring, you know what I'm saying, martial law. He's going to use this opportunity to blame the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah,
all right? That's basically what he's doing all this for, right? Because this guy, that whole story sounds so fishy, man. It sounds made up like a mug.
Yeah.
Straight out of the last Slacky.
Nah, he good. They sat down and did it thoroughly type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy, you know, he got the beard. You know what I'm saying? He got where the hell ISIS been in? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't even been on the map lately.
Right. Didn't Trump say he destroyed them?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Y'all people, man. Y'all made that, you know. But the Wadi, how about Shemal Shadow?
Hey, but they say, hey, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan devices.
That's right.
Right, we know the tactics, but we know how this man get down, man.
Right.
Bring all that real quick. I'm glad the Lord had.
2 Corinthians 16, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
So right, ain't none of them players gonna famine, death, and destruction. They gonna keep going forward, and he gonna come upon it on every side. So you're not gonna be able to escape.
All right.
This Amos chapter 5.
Oh shit. Oh, my bad. Slap. Yeah. All right. That's even better.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
Okay, this Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. See, the day of Yahweh shall shine, darkness and not light. So as you can see, the Lord got a lot of darkness going on out here, a lot of evil going on out here, a lot of bad times the Lord putting out here through the earth, right? Like we say, through Esau, Edom, they let that sword on the left-hand side. So like we say, all that is orchestrated, Yahweh shall shine ahead of them. But all that really orchestrated by Esau, Edom.
That's right.
People on the earth is public, man.
That's right.
The Lord using from the left-hand side to the right-hand side.
That's right.
Using us in the righteous way, using them in the wicked way for them to commit the wicked act because they take on the spirit to be safe, man.
That's right.
So everything is set up plots and plan. This ain't nigga. Oh, it just happened out the blue. No, this is set up.
That's right.
It's Revelation 6 and 4. It says that there went out another horse that was red, right? To speed him. It says that power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword.
Right, and then what Esau Edom doing? He's taking peace away from the earth.
He got niggas walking through the silver right now.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Sure. When they come down, like we say with the New Orleans, it's a cyber truck.
In New York City.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any more information on that, but I know that it's been like they was already talking about how there was 3 or 4 other people, but now they're saying that debunking it. Esau's all over Esau's over the place, man. Right.
He got to play with it a little bit.
Now Esau messy, man. Esau ain't even cleaning his mess up right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, messy as shit. Esau, get it together, man.
Right, man. Hey, what you seeing, man? A lot of killing going on with each other.
That's right.
You got Israel with with Palestine, and hey, the sword in the earth, man.
That's right.
From over down to over here, the Lord got it going down.
That's right.
But come jump back to that day of Lord, like you say, man. They gonna come upon on every side. He say, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, especially Christians." If you fall from, you think you gonna get in there? Who knows? You know about your house, about you outside, know about you.
Right.
It say, like, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. What end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Should not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even dark?" They say ain't no brightness in it. So it ain't gonna be nothing bright about the coming of Yahweh Shem Shah. Like I said, the plagues, they gonna keep going forward. They not gonna slack.
That's right.
You gonna run from one thing to another.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like the people who escaped the danger with the New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cause some 2/3 niggas out there going, 2/3 people ain't had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of them escape that. But it's gonna be another judgment what the Lord gonna put out sometime down the line. You're not gonna escape that.
That's right.
I wish I seen. I literally seen after the fact, like last night, they was back down there like nothing happened.
See?
Back party and bullshit.
They just show you like they. Matter of fact, damn, they
Go back to
go
back.
back to
They were pretty much not recognizing the time that they did. Right? They still trying to find that last little bit of fun.
And the Lord bringing this place down. How you trying to rejoice in a place where the Lord bringing it down?
That's right.
Real low.
That's right.
The devil gonna have no choice but like, you know, fuck it. I gotta get down on these niggas.
Revelation 12 and 12.
Right?
Yeah.
These niggas still trying to party.
Right.
They know it ain't some on. They know it's something going on with the earth, man. They know Esau is making moves.
That's right.
But they still trying to make something out of nothing, man.
Well, like Isaiah 24, 24:6 or 5, the mirth is ceasing, right? And so, like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like the mirth in the earth right now is like because like I was listening to people on the way over here, and they were talking about how like you know what I'm saying, they don't feel like the holidays no more. Yeah, because it's over.
Yeah.
You know, party's over now, guys. Yeah, come.
It's Isaiah 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Mm-hmm.
Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
That city of confusion, Babylon the Great, you know.
It says, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The birth of the land is gone. Right? It ain't really shit to smell about.
That's right.
You rejoice all the time about it. When you look around, you not happy when they fake it.
That's right.
They're really depressed. They're really miserable.
Ain't nothing like it used to be. It ain't like it used to be from the early 2000s to the 90s and on down.
Y'all remember when your mama used to dress you up in them Easter suits, man, with them hard ass shoes, sliding all over the goddamn floor and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, good, bro.
There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is dark. The land is gone. You know what else is keeping the pipeline? Like the family university, how much on shot? Right? Because hey, best believe that right here has woken up a lot of people. Right? It rung their bell, man. The Hebrew Israelites, right? Really the true men of the Lord.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It's a crying for wine. So pretty much it's like how it states in Amos 8:11. From C to C, that's that same type of cry.
They gonna be bigger.
Wait, brother, I can pull it for you. Go ahead, Slack.
Stability, comfort. That's what they're gonna be looking for these days, man.
That's right.
Stability and comfort. But what the scripture say was not to be the stability of that time.
That's right.
It's gonna be your protection. It's gonna be your shield. It's gonna be your security. You know, at the time when Yahweh Bashim outside, they crank these things up. Right. For sake of when the Lord keep talking, was speaking to a certain prophet. Right? That's just like he was speaking through Noah.
That's
when
right.
He got through speaking through Noah. Hey, shit, it was over with. Game over, man. Your ass ain't getting the knowledge back. If your ass was trying to hop on that boat back then when I was getting it, when I was getting it out to you, hey, once you know, shit is over with.
Right.
All hell down the line. Now, that was great death and destruction.
I got Amos. Yeah. This is Amos 8:8. Shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone that mourneth that dwelleth therein, and it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashah thy power, I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day.
That's real beautiful. That's just like how this, I think it's in Luke 19 and 4.
Hold this right.
Like I said, like Luke 19 and 4 talk about how you have a time of doing the work, right? But now people tell me you can't even do the work, so why it didn't got real shit, they hit the fan, right? That's indicating that what's it called? The doors of mercy.
Yep.
Look at what that said.
This is Amos 8. This is Amos 8:9. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashah thy power, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in a clear day.
Hey, you had sign of turn up your house by Shalom.
Verse 10, and I will, Shalaki, it says, and I will turn your feast into mourning and all your songs into lamentation.
Hey, if you looking at the feast today, you had folk getting killed them Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. Hey, the Lord turned these folk feasts to mourning.
Hey, matter of fact, a little girl got, Jake all doing all that shooting around. You know, the dude shot up in the other, and the little girl got hit. You see the bullet like sitting on top of her head.
He going to prison.
Yeah.
That's just how it go. That judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
That's like the quickest charge of attempted murder.
Why shoot in the air? Why shoot in the air and you know what go up must come down? It
Right.
got to come down and hit something.
Right.
Well, they say he shot that in all year.
Right. You gonna kill the innocent according to scripture. There ain't nobody on.
Oh shit.
Oh, like you said, having nobody died, died innocent.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. This is Amos 8 and 10 again. It says, and I will turn your feast into mourning and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins and baldness upon every head.
Look how it states in the book of Matthew 24 and 8. You know, it's the beginning of sorrows. Folks being a crying spirit, man. Right? And like we always have said, man, he's no better laugh than the last laugh. While y'all
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Laughing at us by going out here doing the works, you know, pretty much show the Lord that we sincerely trying to get delivered.
Right.
Yeah, y'all thought it was a game. Right? So now jumps on y'all. Now we look at it. That's why it says in Proverbs 1 and on down from 22. He said, I should laugh at your commandment, I should mock at your fear coming.
That's right.
You know?
It says, and I will make it as the morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water.
And we know one of them come. We know both of them coming, right? And like I said, with the ports, that strike goes back on in effect on the 15th, I think. So Lord willing, we can see that pop off.
That's
so
right.
We know the context of what's going on right now, and the family hear the words of the Lord, right? This is that good bread right here.
That's right. It says, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh.
This how Bible the words of the Lord is, man. Put it above food, man. Right? Because, and that is like, on the Day of Atonement, on these days. You know, kids like the scriptures, talking, you got to get 8 hours, man. You know, then you got, let's say Day of Atonement. You got to go, 24 hours, sundown to sundown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get around brothers, you know what I'm saying, do lessons. Next you know, Day of Atonement already up.
That's right.
Just stay for the day.
That's right.
You know, so just imagine at the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
You know, we can be sustained even though we eat 4 days, 5 days.
Right.
You know, we prepare for a special.
Con.
You know?
I got a precept for you.
Con.
This is Isaiah 65 and 17. It says, I might have 66, Salaki, 66, 17. I might have, well, never mind. Yeah, I was looking for it. 65 and 12, Salaki. All right, this is Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword. That's right. And it's like, and all shall bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer.
Yes, sir. That's like what we're doing right now. We're extending our hand now, right? And that's like in, I want to say Revelation 2 and 25, how Yahweh knock at the door, he gonna try to sup with you.
That's right.
You know? And he doing the extension through us. Right? They come out here and then what? Hey, reach out to the elect, hopefully elect. You know, to call you back in.
That's right.
You know?
It says, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes.
What's the number one thing they did, man?
Shalom, brother. Yabba Shema Shabakatah.
What's one of the main things they did? Hey, go serve Allah, Buddha, You know, something with you. You know, they did numbers in front of you. How about you? You got it,
You got precept? Yeah, let's go.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto rebellious people.
Right now, it's daytime considered right now for us to what? Go out and prophesy, right? Give them that correction, that reproof. You know, so the way to get on that chariot.
That's right.
Say, which walking away that was not good after they own thoughts.
Right, it was broken down early in the book of Proverbs 14:12. Right, that's when it's right to a man when they're all
Isaiah 1 and on 15. No, yeah, 1 and 15. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 15. It say, and when you spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you.
right, because that's when you look at it, and you pretty much playing with your how about shot, man. Right, pretty much he gave you a grace period. You didn't take it seriously. You know, so now all hell is broken loose. Oh, now you can do what the prophets are saying.
That's right.
Now you can do what the prophets. Now you believe this man is the damn devil. They tell you who he was, man.
Ain't telling you.
They'll tell you this. The man told you he don't like you. He want to get rid of you, right?
That's right.
He said he had perpetual hatred towards you.
Right.
Now you see what it is.
He got to come up with a lot like this. So that's why he coming up with all these plots and plans to get rid of your life.
And guess what? He Confederate. He Confederate with the other nations. They with the shit too. Right? Yeah, come on.
It say, yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear you. I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
That just look, it's a disburden, but the Lord ain't really considering it, man. Right? Because you misread the prophets. The prophets talking to you.
That's right.
Yeah, they were talking, yeah. There was the middleman.
That's right.
Through them, yeah. You know, and guess what? You misread them, man. So now all hell done broke loose, right? I don't want to hear your prayers, man. I don't want to help you.
So what he said, he gonna stretch out a hand on their God. He gonna spread a hand all day to rebellious people.
That's right.
There ain't nobody answering.
I just seen something pop up on your feed. A plane just crashed to 3 cars in Texas.
They had one like
Just a minute ago.
They got one of the recent that two people, a plane crashed, 2 people died, 19 injured, but it crashed into a furniture store.
Come on now.
Damn.
You know Jake finna go get that furniture with that first of the year check. You know what I mean? This is Isaiah 65 and Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shah, thy power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
He said, my servants shall eat, and ye shall be hungry. It ain't no fun when the good guys have to do it.
That's right.
Right? It ain't Lord, people give this middle ground, man. You know, the one at the top, you know, they call us the bomb camps. You know what I'm saying? The brothers that don't know, they faith-based, you know, all those types of things, right? Hey, the whole time we out here this season, out of season,
It says, behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Like I said, hey, just like how it was in Leader World Behind. That girl was straight up in the moment, man, chowing down. In the book of Psalms, what, 30, I think 34 and 17. You know, talks about how they should have plenty of food inside of the family.
It says, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
We also still using that measure still in second devil's mind, man. We know where we at. We know how close we are to that chariot, man. So we're gonna be rejoicing.
That's right.
Right?
It says, verse 14, Isaiah 6. Oh, go ahead.
So I'm gonna say one more thing, and then also, hey, we rejoicing even more because the Lord is dealing with us, man.
That's right.
He you know, gave us some food. He done showed us how to get to this shed full of bread, and you know what I'm saying. He gave us a horse to ride on to the next spot. How the Lord gonna get down, man? Right? And we're gonna rejoice with that, man.
That's right. It says, verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart.
That's the big one. That's what you fucked up at. You know, you misread the prophecies. You gotta live with that.
That's right. It says, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Look, the stomach gonna be
intruding.
Touching your back,
Yeah.
man. You know?
Verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh by Shema shall thy power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. That's right.
Cut off. A lot of them get cut off with that food. But you already know, shit, they can't fast anyway.
That's right. I got a precept.
Yes, sir.
This is Zechariah 7 and 11. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears.
That's just like that little company thing with David Foster.
That's right.
And now they told you how much you got shot, man. You know, like you know, pretty much I can tap you on the shoulder like, hey,
That's right. That's right.
You know, do what? Give me a cold shoulder like, nah, I like it.
That's right.
You know, so if you're for the Lord gonna deal with you, same way how you deal with each other.
That's right.
How you say that in Isaiah 30.
Yep.
You know,
Isaiah 30. Yep.
Yep.
I believe it's 8. This is Zechariah 7 and 11 again. It says, but they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears, that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. It says, this is Zechariah 7 and 12. It says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Yep.
So we already know that, hey, he's only for a certain reason, right? Romans 11 and 7 says you might not have a take for the rest of his life.
That's right.
He gave the eyes of slumber, ears that are shine.
Yeah, that's Isaiah, what, 69?
Romans 11 and 7.
Yeah, con. This is Zechariah, last part. It says, therefore came a great wrath from the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Hey, con, that is like when that great spirit flows, man. Right, we already know what's coming down the pipeline, right? Hey, nothing but evil and more evil, right? 2 Timothy 3 and 1, it says, hey, perilous time shall come.
That's right.
Perilous time shall come.
That's right, brother.
And that's where we at, right?
Verse 13, it says, therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear.
And it's showing how the Lord get down. Hey, you can call him being petty all you want, but hey, that's...
Yeah, the Lord is the petty king, man.
Petty king. That's just like, even for us.
Right.
We out here crying out. We out here trying to preach, day and night. So when that time comes of family word, right? And the Lord said, hey, he's going to make us cleave our tongue to do for our mouth.
That's right. Well, he hard on us, actually.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? We out here, you imagine being in this, this society, and you can't really thrive, and you got the talent to. You know what I'm saying? You got the mindset. You can do it. You can really do it, but the Lord got you on another path, man. And you know what I'm saying? You pretty much just got to be patient. So like. That's right.
Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 8. Same spirit. It say, yet they obey not, nor incline their ear to walk everyone in the imagination of their evil heart. Therefore I will bring evil upon them. It say, therefore will I bring upon them all the words of this covenant which I command them to do, but they did them not. Right? The Lord, and how should I make it to the point that we ain't gonna be judged by the law, but you want to rehearse the right to act to the best of your ability, man. If the Lord told, hey, demands, and to come out teaching and prophesy and wake up the people, hey, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
And the Lord say, don't eat this, don't do that, what you're supposed to do.
It's the least we can do.
Right, at least he made it that simple. But as you can see, they just show you the same Israelites today was the same Israelite back then, because they still acting the same way. Right? First you jump down 10. They say they are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my word. And they went after other powers of the gods who served them, the house of Israel and the house of Judah, have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Verse 11, therefore thus say the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they should not be able to escape. Thought they should cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
So like I was gonna say, you're gonna have a lot of Israelites to be trapped, just like how that dude was inside that Tesla, man.
God.
Right?
Which I mean, that was his doing, but that's how the Lord wanted him to go out, though. You know.
And I also see one more. I also see something like that with Tesla. Dude was literally trapped in, but when that Tesla battery died, he not gonna like no alarm, like he was stuck.
God.
Crying out to me, go, Jesus. Crying out to Jesus, save me.
Hey, this full family hit real hard. The Lord for not let y'all escape that, man.
That's right.
Verse 12, he say, then should the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, Jerusalem be before us place, say, don't cry unto other gods, unto they offer incense, but they should not save them in all in the time of their trouble. Verse 14, therefore pray not though for these people.
That is like shit. When I heard about how it went down in New Orleans, they ain't feeling no way about that feeling. Right? Hey, it's New Year's. Really, brother, be common sense, man. Come inside the spot, you better houses. Somewhere where there's not all these different spirits roaming around. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not no 3 o'clock in the morning.
Come on,
What
man.
the scripture say? Say, be still.
That's right.
You know, we somewhere chilling, man. It's cold as shit outside.
That's right. That's right.
Outside.
Alcohol got the folks fucked up. Y'all play judgment.
That's what Jake say. Jake say he outside. Well, the Lord was outside too.
He said, pray not for this people. And that just the spirit that we always been in.
That's right.
You know, how can we pray for a person that you want to get right? Right? That is like, I'm trying to give you some medicine, you don't want it. I can't feel sorry for you. You goddamn amputated that
Right.
You ain't trying to do nothing you have about Shah told you to do.
Right.
And y'all expect people to pray.
Right.
You know, can you send up a couple prayers for them? Nigga don't even believe.
And they'll try to guilt trip you. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to use your emotions, right? But I got the whole Bible right here in my hand. But you want to use your emotions. This is what the book say, bro.
Trying to follow no ways of the Bible.
Absolutely not.
Therefore, pray not though for these people, neither lift up a cry or a prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry to me for their trouble. So the Lord not going to hear your cries. You don't want to come back, repent, return to Yahweh Shah, but you have faith. It ain't no praying for these people. It ain't no crying for them. You really can't feel sorry.
Nope.
That's just like, I just had a childhood friend I grew up with. And when he just got murdered, what that?
Delete it. Delete.
Yeah, when he just got deleted, matter of fact, it was on after Christmas, like 3 in the morning, on December 26th. I'm not going to goddamn get a bootleg. You know, where I'm from, they got little look behind everybody. Some nigga shit. Ain't no kind of security got everybody in their own rig. But he well known. So when he died, everybody was just super shocked. But get what I said? Damn, you know what I do. They know what I do.
You know where you was.
Yeah, come. So you really can't cry for them, you can't feel sorry.
Right.
They ain't living in the ways of the help about you.
That's right. That's right. All right, I can go back to that's it. You got that's it on?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, kind of. Slacky. This is back in Zechariah 7 and 11, or Slacky 7 and 12. It says, "Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord Yahweh of hosts."
That is like pretty much, if you hear that word, from Yahweh Shah, and that's like him putting that about wrong on you, man. I got you. You know, you circle around. You know, but if you don't, you gotta get the same judgment as the rest of the world.
That's right. Verse 13, it says, "Therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts."
That's like, matter of fact, I got two shirts. This second that is 9, right? And you get rewarded what you put in. This second that is 9.
I believe it's 6, right?
9 and
9 and, okay, come on.
Yeah.
I got you. This is second address. Yeah, just call it out, brother. I got it. Yeah, come. This is second address 9 and 6. I'm gonna start at 6. It says, "Even so The times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works.
And we know you get delivered. The one that was standing on when you have about Shema.
That's right. It says in endings and effects and signs, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works.
His works, if you are his soul and with your works, hey, you'll get rewarded.
It says, and by faith, whereby ye have believed. That's all good. They can hear me. This is 2 Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
Right, and that's us, That's why we out here, trying to build up. But as much as I've been in county possible,
That's right. And by faith, whereby, and by faith, you got okay.
Say, it goes hand in hand. Also believing, also applying what we actually reading, man.
That's right.
The Lord say, hey, wait upon me, we're gonna do that. He said He's gonna guide us, we're gonna wait on that.
That's right.
He said, look at the prophet that been before me of old prophet. No, it's like look at the generation of old and see the evidence of the Lord and what's gonna come. So we're gonna wait. We got the faith in our testimony.
It says, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. That's right.
Preserved from this bad time that's coming. Don't take this trouble.
That's right. And shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. That's right. Verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case. Good.
Right now, you can somewhat smile a little bit, laugh, right? But now they can be put in that pitiful case.
That's right.
And see that, hey, Lord, we're dealing with those men that want to help them.
That's right. It says, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. That's right.
You said they were going to torment. Pretty much, you was pushing away your ticket to get up out of hell.
That's right.
I don't hear that.
You go there, whoop shit.
Cut.
No video on that. None of that.
Right.
I didn't heard.
Well, that's what we that's the energy the Lord gonna put us on.
Yeah.
You
I didn't heard my folks person say, oh, he over there doing witchcraft.
None of that you talking about.
Verse 10, it says, for such as in their life have received benefits.
Especially because of the female.
That's right.
They section they out like a motherfucker. They these rappers, you get, like I said, anybody that's getting these good benefits, they pretty much got soaked deep into Egypt, man.
Yep.
They don't watch about that shit.
That's right. It says, for as in their life have received benefits, for such as in their life they have received benefits and have not known me.
Like they got it on their own. How about Shah had nothing to do with it? When you go to with the first 7 Samuel, thanks to the Lord said he makes you rich, he makes you poor. So
that's right.
The Lord tell you that.
Verse 11, it says, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
Around, that means you just be crashing, you bullshitting around.
That's right.
Right? He said, while you had liberty, right? Like the brother had went to earlier. It's that time of the day, right? To actually do what? The work.
That's right.
Show the Lord that you got faith. Because faith is what you believe inside something to come.
That's right.
To happen, right? Hebrews 11:1. It's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
It says, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
He said, the place of repentance was open, understood not, but still talk shit about it. Right? Just like how it was with Noah, man. They looked at Noah, what you doing, bro? You both big as hell, you do it by yourself? Trying to make it right.
That's right.
You despise it, man.
Same thing, brother.
They deliver it open. They can freely get it. The Lord got the great spirit open. Got the mercy on the people. They like
But that's another case for reincarnation, right? Because hey, those same spirits are back here doing the same shit they've been doing every time, every generation. You know, this generation no different. Verse 12. It says, "The same must know it after death by pain." Or they gonna happen to be at a New Year's rally, you know what I'm saying, at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord put the spirit on some crazy nigga, you know what I'm saying, that looked crazy, that lost all his money, I guess. You know what I'm saying, and gambled it away and shit, and now, you know, you in the spirit world.
Wake up, and the same as knowing the death by pain, and the markers, when it says, let nothing remove of them, trouble thee, right? You know?
2 Ezra 9 and 13. Oh, you got it. That's right. 2 Ezra 9 and 13, it says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished."
Yes, sir. We just know it's going to happen.
You got 10%. You got 10%. Okay. Okay. Yep. This is 2 Ezra 9 and 13. "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished."
How he gonna do them? Right. We want to know. Look, we worried about how we can deliver the body. We worried about our own path.
That's right.
We just know that we gotta give 2/3 of judgment. Tell them their judgment. That's it.
Hey, look, the apostles and elders and the bishops always say, man, you can't even save your damn self.
Right.
How the hell you gonna try to save somebody else? Good. Right. That's why Jake be getting cursed out about trying to save the fucking the Moabites and the Hamites and the, you know what I'm saying? You trying to save all these heathen, your ass ain't even saved. You know what I mean? Right. Loser, man. Right. Freezing his ass off. It says, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
That's what we focusing on, man.
That's right.
We focus on getting delivered by the hill.
Done. I got a precept real quick. Yeah, we'll finish all. This is 2 Ezra 8 and 1. "And he answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few."
We know it's the elect, right? And we already know that 2/3 they don't come back, right? We're gonna have the same thing for a couple of years.
It just gonna be world ain't gonna be free. It just ain't gonna be no Esau over here today. Like you got all these kingdoms, everybody ringing and you know what I'm saying, they just, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it like this. Just like my bad right here.
No, you good. No. Come. This is 2 Ezra 8 and 1. "And he answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few."
Right, because on this side, everybody getting it in.
All right.
All the heathen, Esau to all the heathen, they all getting it in. He getting the bottom.
That's right.
As a whole.
That's right.
So the word that come, they gonna be free, which is the Israelites, like I say, starting with the elect, and later on, you know, the third, they gonna come back.
Well, the prophecy says that we gonna right now we're prophesied to be the tail of this society, and the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, that the tail shall be first and the head shall go last. All right, it's gonna be flipped, you know. So go ahead. That's right.
Everything else will be under subjection of the Israelites.
That's right.
You start to see that turning point right now. Yeah. Like he said, it could be a crime for one.
Mm-hmm. Hell no. That's right.
That turning point will start just right now.
That's right. 2 Ezra 8:2, it says, "And I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world." And so I just wanted to add in that little dust, that little gold is the representative of the elect. You know, The elect is gonna be that little gold that's gonna be sprinkled. He gonna save them gleaning grapes. You know. Verse 3 it says, "There be many created, but few shall be saved," and that's the point. You got it.
Hey, cause we finna get ready to see that. That's finna take place. You gonna see so many dead bodies, and it ain't nothing but, like the Lord said, ain't gonna be nothing but a small remnant gonna make it out.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know.
So, Hans, that concludes the lesson. Hey, Lord, when it was edifying for us to eat and give our honor, glory, and praises.
Do Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Shalom to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the black men. Shalom to the parents and sisters.
Shalom. Shalom, brother.
Yahweh Shai Shabbat.